Hello guys, and welcome to the next episode of RP the Beast Let's Play series. So, this episode, I want to make a farm. I'm going to do it differently to how I did it in the last season of this series. So last season, I just used fences and a mob grinder with the Eye of the Ancients. Now, I want to put the base in it and then do it slightly differently well, not slightly differently, but I want to make it a little bit more efficient in a later episode. So I've got this armor stand here, and you have to get a redstone signal, meaning whenever you shift right click with an empty hand, you change armor. So I've made this cool thaumcraft armor, which gives you a V discount, which I think is pretty cool. And I've actually researched these paving stones of warding and paving stones of travel, and these basically keep mobs in a set place. So I can say have them outside my house, like say around here on the floor, and the mobs would not be able to walk in here, which if you ask me is pretty cool. So what I want to do is go and get some dirt and actually fill in the hole that's outside for one, because this is about where I want my farm. So I only have half a stack, so I've not got too many to play around with. So if I just say do something like this, I haven't really decided how big I want it yet. I'll try it like this and I'll see how well this works out. 7, so it looks like I can make it a little bit bigger, and I'm going to expand it a couple more on this side. So I think if it looks something like this, and maybe if I expand it out one more along this side, then it'll be a pretty decent size to house some animals. Oh, my spade just broke, so I'm going to have to make another one. There we go, so if I just fill in this with dirt, this should be a pretty good area to make a cow farm. So what I've actually done is got some golden lassos, and I've basically, if you right click on this, you'll actually catch the animal that you're looking at. So there you go, I've now got some cows. I'm just going to keep them in there, just like, let them do their business. Because for now, I'm going to leave them be, because I want to do something a little bit different from cow farming this episode. And while I'm here, I might as well make myself a new shovel. I'm pretty low on iron, so I'm going to have to resolve that issue a little bit later on. There you go, got myself a new iron shovel. And let me just go sleep through the night. And now we're back. And what I want to do is also put a hardened energy cell, an energy cell flux capacitor on my sword. I believe there's space for a modifier on it. Let me just have a quick check. No, there isn't actually, but I don't. Yeah, so I think what I can do is actually get myself some gold, and I believe you need a diamond for this. So it's not too expensive, but a little bit expensive. If I put this on the sword, it gives it a spot to add a modifier on it, so it doesn't do this. You can't keep doing that and add more modifiers. Like, it gets more expensive the more times you want to put it on, and there is a limit to how many you can do. But what I want to do is go ahead and get a flux capacitor. So a hard one requires a leadstone one, which is some copper, sulfur, and redstone. So we need 1 copper, some lead, some sulfur, and 3 redstone. And for the hardened one, I just need some tin, invert, and redstone. So a bit more redstone. Why's what I need in there? Some tin. What's the tin? Well, a couple of invar, and there's some tin. So there you go, that's a leadstone one. And for some reason you can't auto-complete this recipe, you have to do it manually. There you go, hardened flux capacitor. And now I'm going to stick the guy on my sword. And there you go, this guy's now powered with RF. Pretty cool, right? So I'm going to put him in here, and that will charge him up. And while I wait, I am going... Well, before I do what I'm going to do this episode, I'm going to show you that I have actually changed this to actually have a basic item filter. So it now does flint, which is pretty cool. And you know, I'm just going to get some obsidian here because I plan to remember as I was saying about in last episode how I was going to decorate my thaumcraft room. This is what I want to do. So you know, I'm just going to get that. That seems a decent amount of charge for now. And I have my chisel on me. I did have a quick look at this in a test world, and the obsidian I've gone for, I think it's the chiseled obsidian, I think it's called. You can actually change it to these color frequency colored obsidian from extra utilities if you want to now. And I believe it's this stuff right here, this chiseled obsidian. And this looks pretty cool. And also in the room, I want to actually do a border around the actual room. And I'm going to use holy stone for that. Now, you know, I don't know how much I'll need, but I know you need some feathers and some smooth stone, which I've actually been cooking up off camera. You know, I'll just make a couple of stacks of it. And this holy stone looks pretty cool. Not too fancy, to be honest, on the default layout. But when you chisel it, it looks really cool. So I've decided to go for, I believe it's this fancy construction. And if you ask me, for a border, looks pretty cool. I was either going to go for that, or I was going to go for the mysterious looking stuff. But then I looked at that and thought, this holy stone looks a little bit neater. So I thought, I'll go with that. So I'm now just going to go over to my thaumcraft room, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. So I don't know how tall I exactly want this building. I'm just going to go into bat mode here. I think a border like this, just so it's not all one block, because I know if you have it all as one block, kinda doesn't look very good. So I'm going to do this. As I said though, I don't know exactly how tall I want this building. I think that looks kind of neat. And for the roof, I was thinking of having the dark glass, but the problem is that doesn't let any light in, so that would literally mean mobs would be spawning everywhere in here. So I was looking at the black glass, and you can actually chisel that and make it look really cool, kind of like the dark glass. So you know, I'm actually just going to go now into here and excavate this room out with my plumavator. Now, that's actually not visible, so I guess that doesn't really matter if I do this. And I will bring it back, guys. I'm just going to continue to do this and fill in the floor with this obsidian. So literally this is going to be the entire floor, and if you ask me, it looks kind of cool. But what I want to do is actually use this holy stone. I think I decided on I don't know whether I like this for a floor, because I was thinking of having like a path, like a 3x3, like I was having here. So, say a 3x3 of holy stone. So going up here, but I don't think that looks right. So I think what I actually decided to do in my test world was use the other type of holy stone. I believe it was this mysterious holy stone. And I decided to go with that. It's because if you ask me, that looks kind of cool. And I also thought it went quite well in conjunction with this obsidian. This chiseled obsidian. So yeah guys, be right back. Okay guys, so what I've actually done is I've used this stained black, I've actually made some black glass, and I've chiseled it into this stained black borderless glass. And it basically mimics the effects of dark glass, but actually lets light through, which is kind of what we want. So I've actually found this sponge and stuff at the bottom of the ocean, which is kind of weird. But I've actually noticed our chest is getting pretty full of storage. So at some point we're going to have to do something about storage, because we're not doing too good on storage. I really have got to say. So if I just go over to here, this is what my finished room looks like. And if you ask me, it looks really cool. I'm happy with this build. So I'm got the stained black glass as that. Got some holy stone, and we have some arcane stone block. I love the sort of tinkle sound you get when you walk on this. And I did actually go around there, so there's obsidian all around there too, where the Nitor is, and the Crucible. So, I think I'm going to have a quick look at some magic, because what I want to make is... I have these thaumium wand caps, and these are inert ones. And what we're going to need is some aurum and some potentia to get the charged ones, and they're what we actually use to make these wand caps. Now, a silverwood thaumium capped wand is basically the best wand you can get in the game, but I think that's kind of out of reach, which, yeah, really isn't the best, to be honest. So, to be honest, I think we should leave thaumcraft be. As much as I would like to do some thaumcraft, I think we are going to let it be for a bit. And you know, some mobs actually can spawn in here, which isn't the best, I've got to say. So I might just put some torches around the room for now, to hopefully solve this problem. I promise, I can spawn here too. I really don't like doing this, but I think we are actually going to have to do this. So, yeah. That's what we're going to have to do with that. So let's go for a quick sleep. And what I was actually doing before is, if you remember a few episodes ago, we were trying to sort out this item duct line, which I never actually finished, and it was basically me trying to get all the stuff smelted up, and the stuff taken out of here. So, you know, what I think I'm actually going to do is go ahead and get the item conduits. I did actually make a few. Let's see, where are the... They've probably gone into there. Yeah, they have. Ooh, so yeah, so as you can see, storage becoming a little bit of an issue, to be honest. So we really are going to have to sort out storage. Now, where am I going? I have no idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect these here. And I'm also going to put that there. So first things first, I'm going to set this to be disabled. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to set this to extract on the brown channel. So now this guy is going to be on the brown channel, and I'm going to set him to extract without a signal. Now he's not going to do anything yet, because I haven't actually told him what I want to do yet. Now bat mode can't actually fit at the side of conduits, I believe, but ender mini mode can, and we can't actually fly in ender mini mode. So what I'm going to have to do is go upstairs, Alright then, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this, and I'm also going to set him to insert on the brown channel. So now he should be getting all of the not junk items, but the problem is he's not going to be extracting anymore. So what I'm going to need to do is put him on in and out mode, so he will also extract and also pull out. So he's pulling out on different channels, and hopefully stone should be getting... Oh, I'm getting crushed here. So I'm going to get rid of that. And there you go, stuff's actually getting extracted, but the stone isn't, because we've kind of run out of storage in our miscellaneous chest, which, to tell you the truth, really isn't the best. So I believe what I can do is get some glass, a couple of diamonds. I'm just going to temporarily sort this. I think it's around a gold ingot. Might not be a gold ingot, but I think something like this. Yeah, for a gold to diamond chest upgrade. There we go. So now I've temporarily fixed the storage problem by putting this here. So this chest is full, so any overflow from this chest will get put into here. And we have a little bit more storage now to put... Where's the item conduit? Going in the wrong chest. I don't know, but a few episodes ago I also made these conduit facades, but I never actually fixed them and actually put them into action. So what we're going to need is a painting machine. And a painting machine is some electrical steel, nether quartz, and do I have any nether quartz? I don't know. Yeah, we do. Cool. Electrical steel. I think it's too hard to make anyway. No, it's just some coal dust, silicon, and iron. So let's take... I might as well make a decent chunk of it. And some coal. Now, I do actually need to pulverize this. There we go. And where's it going? Oh, this is being extracted. I don't want it to do that. Disable. I don't know why it started extracting. Now, where's that pulverized coal going? It's going up to here, but I assume it should just go into here. Where's that? Well, you know, there's actually some pulverized coal here. So, you know, I'm going to stop doing that now. Put that back in there. And... You know, our silicon's gone as well, actually. That's kind of annoying. I kind of like the silicon being in there. Where's the silicon? I assume it should have just gone into... No, it's gone into here for some reason. You know, in fact, I might as well keep it up here, actually. So I'm just gonna... They could get 20. Stick this in all smelting mode. And there you go. Now we have some electrical steel cooking up. And the thing is, it's going to use a lot of power. I believe it's using 60 RF per tick. So this guy, I think it's actually going to start draining this. So we've still got a lot of power from this to drain out. So I don't think our reactor's going to work for a long time, if you ask me. Right then, so we're making some electrical steel, and also for a painting machine we need a machine chassis and a diamond. Got 20 diamonds, so I'm happy to use one of those. A machine chassis just uses some iron bars, iron and a basic capacitor. And we have some iron bars. And we also need a basic capacitor, which is just some redstone golden nuggets. And I think it was a copper. Yeah, copper. Let's snag one of those. For some reason I can't, it's not actually letting me make this. There we go. Machine chassis. So now all I need to do is go down here and, oh yeah, it goes upstairs now, doesn't it? I keep thinking it's in there, but it isn't actually now. It should be in miscellaneous chest? Or will it be in ingots? It'll probably be in here. I don't know why silicon's variant actually. In fact, I'll keep silicon in there. And where is this electrical steel? We've got some dark steel, but that's not quite what we want. Is it getting back to pin here for some reason? I don't quite know where this electrical steel is going, guys, so I'll be right back once I've got my electrical steel. Alright, found it. Apparently it was in there. So hopefully we should now be able to make a painting machine. Awesome. So, and the painting machine is really, really cool. So what I can do is I can get a piece of the floor and those conduit facades that I have. You know, do I have any of those oak wood planks? Because one of those would be pretty helpful right now. Right, so temporarily I'm just going to dig one up from the floor. And I'm going to put this guy on the power line. And I believe I can... I'm just thinking where to put this guy. I'm thinking maybe about there. Wouldn't be too bad of an idea. So let's get some energy conduits. And I might as well just go into Endermini mode. And see if I can... oh, there's actually a cable line directly under there. Didn't think that was going to happen. So if I just put that there in the painting machine, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let his internal buffer build up a little bit. And while I do that, I'll put my energy conduit away. Alright then, so for the painting machine, you put the cobblestone in one slot, and we need, I think it's about 5 of these painted, so it'll basically make the conduit facade look like the smooth cobblestone, which is pretty cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here, and I can actually do that, and there you go. Now that looks like a normal block. Unless you mouse over it in Waylair, and then it tells you it's different. But yeah, that's how that's working. Now how we're doing for power, wow, this guy has a pretty big internal buffer, which if you ask me is pretty cool. And also, I believe if you do one of these wrong, you actually can shift right click, I believe, and it will actually get rid of it. Yeah, let me just test it. Yeah, wait, no. That's weird. I didn't intend to place the block. Apparently you can shift right click it in midair and it'll place as a normal block. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this one there. And there you go. Now it looks like that the chest isn't actually connected to any conduits. And personally, I think it looks quite a lot neater. So if I just do that, it covers up the wiring and makes the room look a little bit neater and not as messy. I think that's all we have time for this episode, guys. So thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and goodbye from the Sea Caps.